belongs to God. We're doing it through reaching, teaching, restoring and building, winning back what belongs to God. The Zion Global Ministry.
Thank you for joining us for Mission Possible with Freddie T. Pifus Jr. of Zion Global Ministries. Let's take a listen.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Mission Possible series. I'm so excited about our guest today. He is my dear brother, co-laborer in the gospel, and I would have to say he is my best friend, Reverend Dr. Gregory Chandler, pastor of the World Outreach Church. And I say that you are my best friend because you would only allow a best friend to whoop you all over a tennis court.
Do we have to go over that
Pastor
again?
Chandler is the Arthur Ashe of tennis.
Well,
And he invited me, who knows nothing about tennis, to the court. And you were just slicing balls across the net, and I'm still trying to find the balls, man. Why you do that to me?
Well, look, it's a great sport. And you did well. Don't sell yourself short. You did well.
I looked the part.
Yes, you did. You had the right equipment. You moved with some fluidity. It wasn't bad at all.
It was horrible.
You showed great potential. On the court, that's
Great
important. Potential.
Potential.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. I still feel some kind of way about that. Well, look, man, congratulations to you and your ministry, World Outreach Church. Your people are phenomenal. And for years, you guys have been engaged in an outreach ministry called Whole Again. Tell us about that.
So we've been working together for a long time in the community. That was kind of the heart and soul of World Outreach, and still is. Trying to build relationships with families and understanding what their current needs were, and to see if there was a way that we could meet those needs. So while we were at the Jordan Crossing location,
Yes.
you remember that?
I remember that.
We had just finished providing support for families who had been dislocated because of Hurricane Katrina. And so that showed our heart for the community. And then following that, we had another entity that came and approached us about helping some homeless families in the area that lived really near where the church was. So we said, yeah, we could work with that. Sounds like something Jesus would do. And so we partnered with some other churches and did that. On the heels of that, I was approached by an individual from the Children's Hunger Alliance and asked me, would you be interested in helping children in our community that are struggling during the summer? They eat their meals at school for free or reduced prices, but in the summer times when the school shuts down, these children are really at risk for maybe going throughout the summer and not getting food or not getting good, balanced meals. So they asked me, would I reach out and pull together some other pastors, and we could start the process of trying to build a network where these kids could come in and have food. But we wanted to do more than just give them food. We wanted to give them something else to do during the summer, So we started building this enrichment program together. And so that was really the beginning of what we now know as Whole Again.
Wow.
Okay, from that.
So you're not just serving food, you have programs to go along with it.
Absolutely. The food is the first thing because, I grew up in a large family. I have, 9 other siblings, And so I know the importance of food and how important it is to have
Nine
food.
children,
all the time. And so I just couldn't imagine what it would be like to be a child and wake up in the morning and have, food on your mind. What am I going to eat today? Will I have any food today? And so that just broke my heart. I said, we've got to be able to do something to help these kids. And so we started building the program around the food, and we added on enrichment components because one of the things we found out is that children from our communities, lower income communities, they struggle during the summer academically as well. What they've learned during the school year, they tend to regress during the summer. National studies have shown if they don't get some sort of academic stimulus during the summer. So then we said, well, it's got to be important that we have an academic piece in there.
I see.
And we don't want it to feel like they're in summer school, you know, because nobody who likes to go to summer school.
Right,
you know,
right.
I mean, it's helpful,
Right.
but as a child, when summer comes, all your other friends are out, you're playing, you want to be able
So
to have
you
fun
add
too.
recreation in there as well?
Yes, recreation. We take them on field trips. We have guest speakers that come in and talk to the kids. We have one really big field trip we take them on every summer that Holigan has organized. I had Andrea and my son-in-law
Yeah.
kind of come up with the components of this. It's called a Fun to Be Fit Day. It's a huge athletic competition for the kids, and we bring all of our kids in from all of our program sites. They spend the day, you know, running around doing like field activities and drills and stuff, and they walk away with medallions, and they compete for first, second, and third place trophies. It's a pretty big deal. And it's growing every year. You know, we get more and more kids involved, we get more sponsors involved. So that's been a big one, and the Lord has blessed us to have a growing network of relationships with private and public entities, so that we have a lot of partners now that help us. We take the kids out to the Winton Woods Park every year because we have a sponsor who pays for all the buses, so that we can take them out to the Kids Outdoor Expo. So they spend the day outdoors with nature,
That's
you
beautiful.
know. It's just
Yeah.
really, really cool. And the beauty of Holigan is that we have so many different locations all around Hamilton County.
How many do you have now?
We'll have 28 this summer.
My God. And how many children are you serving per summer, approximately?
Between 1,000 to 1,500 children a day on average. And they're spread out all
For
over.
how many weeks?
For about 11 weeks.
Oh, my Lord.
So you can imagine.
That is phenomenal.
It requires a lot of people, requires a lot of commitment on the part of those that are working with the children. And we do have a lot of sponsors that are helping us kind of build the program from the inside out. So we have great partnerships with Cincinnati Public Schools. A lot of local banks and other businesses in the area are helping us. It's really been great. It's been great to see. You know, the other thing that we're able to do through Holigan is that we're also able to provide temporary employment in the summer for some of the parents and some of the other residents that live in our community, because we have to hire part-time staff in the summer to help at these sites. So we become an employer in the summer. We hire, you know, we'll probably have 50 or 60 people on payroll just to make sure that these kids get what they need during the summer.
That is incredible. Now, with all of the behind the scenes work that you do, I'm sure at times you've asked yourself, or you probably wanted to give up on it because it sounds like it's really, really overwhelming. Tell us your why. Why do you continue to do this?
I continue to do it for one reason. The Lord chose us to do it. And He assured us from the beginning that because He started it, He's going to carry it through. I mean, Psalm 33:11 is what we live by, you know. You know, what God has planned will stand forever. His thoughts never change. So those years when things got tight and it looked like we were going to just not make it, God always sent somebody. He always opened a
He's
door.
so faithful in that. isn't he?
Always faithful. I mean, just unbelievable, miraculous things would happen. And every year it would just encourage me more. It said, we got to keep going. We got to keep going, because obviously God is not going to let this fail.
Well, He has honored your faithfulness. Now, I'm sure our listeners are asking themselves, how can I get involved in this? What can I do? What can we do? Is there anything that they can do? And of course, we invite them to pray for you and all of your workers and your efforts. But is there anything that they can do?
There's several things they can do.
Okay.
First of all, we have a website, and I invite all those who are interested to go to our website, www.whole, that's WHOLE -AGAIN.org. They can go there and they can sign sign up to become an annual donor. That's easy.
That's great.
Okay.
Now, before you go to the next way that we can help, let's talk about the level of poverty that's in Hamilton County. What is the percentage of families that are in poverty?
Well, it's disgraceful. Cincinnati has the 4th highest childhood poverty rate in the United States.
The 4th?
The 4th,
No way.
yes. And everybody that I tell that to, they have the same reaction. It's a really bad situation, and it has been for a long. It was worse than that. There's been some minor improvement in our ranking, but just to be in the top 10 of all the cities in the United States in terms of children who are living in poverty, that shouldn't be happening in Cincinnati. And because of that, everybody should be concerned about it, and everyone should be doing something to help turn it around.
Yeah, and again, I'm sure our listeners are saying, pastors, how can we help to turn this around? So you've invited them to become donors, and what other way can we do it?
We need more site locations. We need more nonprofit organizations like churches that already have a built-in group of volunteers
Yeah.
and some infrastructure who will contact us and say, hey, we're located in this community. We would like for our church facility and our group of volunteers to be a part of your network, okay? We need more locations. 28 sounds like a lot, but one year we had as many as 45, and we still needed more. So if you're listening, to this,
Yeah, listen,
if you're listening,
please listen.
You need to contact us and say, we want to help. We have some volunteers. Our church is located in this community. We know there's a lot of kids there that need help. We'd like to partner with you. Contact us. We'll meet with you and take you step by step through the process of what you need to do to become an outpost in your community.
I love it.
To help enrich and build the lives of kids.
I love it. I run into so many pastors and members of churches who want to be engaged in outreach. They just don't know how. Well, here's your opportunity to all of the pastors that are listening and members, the beautiful people of this community. As you said, that percentage is disgraceful. And we need to do our best to feed the children and cause God to smile. Bring them Jesus.
Absolutely.
Is there another way that we can help out?
We need people to volunteer, at some of the events that we have. One of the things that we do in order to increase awareness of who we are and what we're trying to do and to raise funds for the organization is we volunteer at running events all around the city. We have an organization that we partner with, and we need folks that will come out and be volunteers at these events that we do. You just show up and help the runners throughout the day, and then the organization makes a donation to Whole Again, and some of the runners do as well. But we're trying to build up a network of committed and passionate volunteers that can be ready at a moment's notice and become ambassadors for us and tell our story everywhere that they go,
awesome.
So that people will know who we are.
Great, great. Well, you know what? I'm glad to partner with you. I'm looking forward to this summer where we'll be side by side working in the kingdom. And I pray that those who are listening will show up, let us know that you heard what happened here with this Mission Possible series. If you put your faith in God, you trust Him, you can do incredible things for the kingdom. God bless you again, brother. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for tuning in for this week's edition of Mission Possible with Freddie T. Pifus Jr. For more information on how you can get involved, please visit our website at zionglobalministries.org, or feel free to stop by and see us on Sabbath at 5 p.m. or Sunday at our 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. services. We are located at 9180 Cincinnati Columbus Road in Westchester, Ohio, 45069. If you are eager to make a contribution, you can text Zion GM, one word, to 77977 and follow the prompts. We appreciate your generosity and look forward to connecting with you. See you next week.